all on you now. And just give me some reaction. Just wanna go.
It's another beautiful Sunday afternoon. This is Rubbin Minds. Welcome. My name is Ebuka Obuchi, and great to have you here as always. It's our very first show in the month of September. The Ember months are upon us. For those of you who are pessimists, it's probably not a very good time because we hear a lot of things about the Ember month. But for those of you who are optimists, I guess it's a good time. There's a lot of money to be made in the end of the year. People are excited that the holidays are coming, and of course, there's a lot of activity, especially in Lagos. So we're going to be looking at a lot of things that's happened in the course of the week. You know how when we start our show, we usually start off with the week that was. We're going to be taking things a little differently this time, starting off with something that caught the attention of a lot of Nigerians on social media over the week. We did see pictures, videos, and came across a story about demolitions in parts of Lagos, especially in Ikoyi, with regards to stores that were allegedly not in the rightful place where they were supposed to be. And we did see trucks and bulldozers taking them down. Business owners in those places spoke up immediately, and there was a lot of back and forth with regards to what the situation really was. We had so many stories, but none exactly from governments, and that has bothered a lot of people. People are not sure exactly why the businesses were taken down. We're not hearing from the landlord yet, and we're going to be looking into that now to find out exactly what the situation is from the side of the business owners and exactly what happened. I think it was on Thursday. I have here with me Nike Majakudumi from Nuts About Cakes. Thanks for being here today. And of course, Ada Osakwe from Nolly Juice. Thanks for being here today. Okay. Just a bit of a background now for a lot of people who probably are not on social media, because that's where you actually did blow up, and people who may not have followed the story. Let me start with you now, Nike. What exactly happened?
Right. So we all know running a business is not an easy thing in Nigeria, but we run a bakery and a cafe. I received a call at about 9 a.m. On Thursday morning that, MD, you need to be here immediately. They're about to destroy the building. And, you know, I just had a baby, so I was still at home nursing my baby. I got stressed. I ran there, and to find the whole thing already leveled. The site was filled with armed police. The bulldozer had demolished the entire place. We were trying to find out what happened, why it happened. Nobody was ready to listen to us or to answer us. Our people got apprehended. They were put in a bus. So the first thing we had to do was actually go there and beg to find out, you know, if they could release them.
Oh, people were taken away.
They were put in a bus because apparently they were trying to send, my PA was trying to send pictures to me to show me what was happening. Okay. And he was arrested, or he was apprehended for that. And I mean, the whole day was just, I mean, till now, we're still trying to get over what's really happened.
So basically, by the time you got there, the shop was already gone?
Yes, and this was between me driving from Lekki Phase 1 to Ikoyi on the new bridge, so it didn't take time at all. They were only given 10 minutes, apparently. 10 minutes, get your things out, get out of this place, we're demolishing it right now. We didn't even have time to ask questions or to, you know, to get answers. They weren't listening to us. The whole thing was down. My staff tried to save as many things as they could. Obviously, that's extremely difficult when you don't have screwdrivers or anybody really to help you. Our customers were the ones helping us to take out our chairs and tables from the building. Yeah.
Let's go to you now. Where were you exactly when this started?
I was at home.
Okay.
I had just gotten up that morning. It was just before 9 o'clock, and got a call from my manager. And I say to people that every time I get a call that early or any time of the day, my heart skips a beat, because being a business owner, a young business owner, small business owner in Nigeria, in Lagos, it's not easy, because there's always one thing or the other, one challenge or the other being thrown at you. So that my heart skipped a beat that moment, picked it up, hoping that it would just be a normal call. And my staff went on to tell me that similar to Nike, that they have armed guards and people from the state government are here and saying that they're demolishing Nully. Nully is a new lounge. We opened just over about a month ago in Ikoyi, Women's Road. That's where it's our only location in Lagos. It's a place that we're very focused on agriculture and buying from farmers, fresh produce from Nigerian farmers to create markets for them and give this back, add value, and present it in the form of fresh juices, fruit and vegetable juices, as well as fresh foods. Proudly Nigerian.
Yeah.
We're very focused on youth employment, youth engagement, skills enhancement. I have 8 people I've employed in the last just over 1 month.
In that store?
In that store. Started off with just about 3, and we've quickly had to ramp up because people have been excited that, wow, we're telling the story. This is made in Nigeria. I can buy this. It's from a farmer. So, rushed over. I live pretty close by. So in about 10 minutes, I was there. And the streets were cordoned off at both ends. So that's on the Kingsway Road end, which is now called Alfred Rewane, and on one end of Romans Road. So I had to park my car further away and walk down. Walked past Nike's shop. There was a bulldozer, huge, a caterpillar bulldozer. And I remember saying later to my sister that, you know, young farmers, young kids are out there looking for how to rent or get a bulldozer to clear land when they say we should go back to the farm. And they could bring a bulldozer into the city like that, ready to demolish businesses that are creating jobs for people. Walked down. Of course, started making the necessary calls of people we know, not know.
To know exactly what was happening.
To know what was happening. But saw my staff taking furniture out, yanking out whatever they could. But the first person I went to was a gentleman who was in civilian clothing. Because there were a lot of, over 20 armed guards with guns. And I said, who are you? What is this? What is going on? And he says, we are here to demolish your place. What? Demolish what? We just got here. What is going on? And he said that, you know, we're from the state government and there are no, you've been served notice. We've been served notice. We've not been served any notice. Can you show me something? What is this? You know, I'm just confused. I'm so used to asking, okay, show me the paper, show me something. And he says he doesn't have anything. They gave the notice to the owner. I said, okay, but the landlord, I'm a tenant. The landlord, we're all tenants. The landlord didn't tell us anything. And he says, that's not his problem, that the landlord was meant to tell you, and if he didn't tell you. And he says, Madam, it's been since March, you know. It's been since March. And I said, we moved in here in May. I don't know. I haven't gotten anything. We started doing the works up in May. We opened just by August. So how did this happen? And he says he doesn't. And he kept saying to me, Madam, I'm human. Oh, I'm human. And tells me that the orders were from the top. So I'm like, but that's my government. If you're saying the orders, I just want to understand, because it cannot be from the top.
So basically you ended up getting no explanations.
No explanation.
And they just bulldozed and left.
They bulldozed and they beat our staff.
Oh, they beat up staff. Were staff also arrested?
They were, yes. One was put into the same, accosted or apprehended, locked up into a bus. 2 were made to sit on the floor. You know, when police say, sit on the floor, made to sit on the floor, we were begging. And what was this for? For taking pictures. I even tried to take a picture. He pulled my hand. He says, who are you? You know, and I said, I'm the owner of this shop. I'm trying to take pictures of my shop as you're pulling it down. He says, this is not your shop. It is now the property of the government. And I just couldn't understand that I'm in a democracy and suddenly I feel like my life was threatened.
Let's come to you now, Nike. I mean, she did mention there that, and a lot of people have said that probably the landlord was served notice, and maybe that's where the issue was. Have you gotten in touch with the landlord since then?
We did speak with the landlord yesterday, so we've started discussions with the landlord just recently. To be honest, we don't know if he was served notice, if he wasn't served notice.
What does he say?
I think, to be honest, that section is between him and the government, because you know, everybody's sort of saying different things, and we don't want to be caught up in the middle of this. For us, our issue, as it were, is that we had absolutely no notice. We were not told anything by the government. We were not told anything by the landlord. What we're trying to do is to go about our businesses, is to create jobs, is to, you know, be a positive impact on society, is to have a lovely establishment where people are proud to come to, something where even international people want to come to, and they say, oh, this exists really. And you know, that's what we're trying to just get on with our businesses. And it was just torn down with absolutely no regard, no explanation, no you know, no empathy, no sympathy. It was just wrong.
So, but why I talk about the landlord is, I mean, your agreement is not with government. He probably has an agreement with government. You have an agreement with the landlord. So there has to be something that he's told you either before then or after then. There's been no word. Does he say that he knew about this notice, or is he just saying, I will sort this out? Do you have any sort of information from him at all?
No, sorry, like we met with him and it's just, you know, I'll try and sort this out for you. This is wrong, this shouldn't happen, I'm sorry about this.
Okay.
So we're having discussions. But, you know, about notice or no notice, we don't know. The government has said something. We're just not pursuing that side because if we're just not pursuing that side. For us, if our focus is the landlord, you were in your place, we're tenants, and this happened, and this was not our fault, for no fault of ours. Yeah. The only reason why we're bringing light to the aspect of the government is the way it was carried out.
Yes.
We don't, maybe this was illegal. Maybe they didn't have permits, maybe whatever. But is this the way to go about it? They brought out their press statement yesterday, and they said they had served notice to the owner, who is the landlord. People have asked them, but even, yes, the tenants already said that was said on that day. But how about the occupants of a building? How do you show up? Not even, you don't seal off our shops and say, your landlord has not done something right. Yeah. We give you 24 hours to go and sort it out. Seal up, do something. But we believe it's the way it was carried out that we're a bit, we don't know what to do. It's just
well, see a few of the pictures now from the site. How many stores in particular were brought down?
Six in total.
Six in total.
6 of us, so that's nearly juice.
There was a drugstore as well. There's a dance studio. There's a supermarket. And also like a bar.
Yes. Yeah.
When you rented this store, now just to be clear, because I mean, we've had so many stories, pros and cons and all of that. Were there times at all when you thought this might not necessarily be legal structures when you rented the place?
Yes, I mean, we've been there now, Nuts About Cakes, for...
You have been there longer?
Yes, we've been there the longest, and we've been there for just over a year.
Okay.
Just this March, I came in one day to see an X on the building. And I called my landlord and I said, you know, there's an X on the building. What does this mean? And, you know, he said to me, look, they're sorting it out with the state, that, you know, they will sort it out, they'll address it, and they'll let us know what the outcome is. About a week later, I called again. Yes, it's been sorted out. We're almost done with sorting it out, etc. I left to have a baby, so I've been out for about 4 months. While I was away, just last month, I got a call from the management agent who said to me, we're locking up your store tomorrow if you don't pay your rent, because my rent had just fallen due. Yeah. If you don't pay your rent. And I said, what about the X on the building? Has that been sorted out? And says, yes, absolutely, it's been sorted out. There are no issues. It's just we're waiting for Lagos State to come and just paint it off. They can't paint it off themselves. So I just thought, okay, fine. And then I paid my rent.
I mean, I can see pictures of, I think this is before it was demolished, and it looks like it's a proper structure. Yes. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not a Lagos planner or anything. Yeah. But we're going to take a quick break now, and when we come back, I want to find out a little more about, you know, what happens from here, and of course, if you've heard from government at all, because I mean, this wouldn't happen if there was no orders from above, like we've heard. What is government saying at this point? So we're going to take a quick break now and be right back. Please.
So let's dance now, it is my turn. Just want